Hello, and thank you for joining me for another episode of Total Ramblings. It's an unboxing today. Quite a large box. I got this off of eBay. I think it's only been out a month. You can get these at Galaxy's Edge, I believe. And you've already seen the thumbnail. There you go. Star Wars Mouse Droid remote control. This is a 1:1 scale mouse droid, the MSE-6 from Star Wars, as seen in the first Star Wars film. It's a little droid that runs along the corridors of the Death Star and other Imperial bases that goes and it's brilliant. And I've always liked the mouse droid, and unless I win millions and somehow manage to afford, you know, a working KX droid or a working R2D2 or something like that, this is probably my only chance of owning a full-size droid, because they're only little, because it's a mouse droid, right? Anyway, here we are. This thing arrived like an hour ago and I had to finish work. So it's been sitting here in my living room, and there we go, everybody. Star Wars. I'm going to turn the box around so the logo is the right way round. Here we go. How's that? That better? Well, actually, he said try not to knock the camera over. I'm going to tip it out of the box. So, as usual, we have boxes within boxes within boxes within boxes, probably. But I've seen some reviews of this thing online, and it's much bigger than I would have thought. I once had plans, to build a life-size, full-size, 1:1 mouse droid out of Lego, and I was going to add sound effects to it, but obviously I never did, and it would have required, given the size of this thing, I think I massively underestimated how big it was. Right, let's put this up the right way. So there's the top of the box. Star Wars. There's the side of the box. Mouse droid, MSE-6. Remote control droid with light and sound effects. Galactic Archive series. That's what the GAS is. Galactic Archive series. I believe they've done like a 3PO head, possibly. That's the end of the box, showing the droid from that angle. Before we go into the blurb, that's the other end of the box, and we've got this lovely artwork on here. So there's an Imperial Star Destroyer, the Rebel logo, that might be the Republic logo, Darth Vader, clashing lightsabers, Kylo Ren, a stormtrooper, an explosion, possibly the Death Star blowing up, Mandalorian logo, Lambda shuttle, TIE interceptor, not quite sure, oh, thermal detonator, battle droid, U-wing, TIE fighter, X-wing, Naboo starfighter, stormtroopers, Boba Fett, Y-wing, lightsabers lit up, Yoda, Darth Maul, Millennium Falcon, Landspeeder, Slave One, C-3PO, K2XO, Death Star, AT-AT Walker, Speeder up there, Death Trooper or possibly a Stormtrooper from the side, I'm not actually sure. R2D2. I'm bound to have missed some. I don't know whether you can even see these, but lovely sort of, it's kind of matte with these sort of glossy kind of grid pattern with these little logos on. There's the bottom of the box with battery and stuff information. And now I'm going to show you the back of the box. So, In a unique partnership with Lucasfilm, the Star Wars Galactic Archive series is an exclusive line bringing collector-focused items from the Lucasfilm archives to life with screen-accurate premium details and enhanced playable features. That's good. I haven't got to read the rest because that's in French and that's in Italian? Spanish? Spanish, I think. Anyway, we've got a picture here of Han and Luke with Chewbacca walking along the Death Star corridor when they encounter a mouse droid. We've got a photo of 3 mouse droids here with illumination. It operates on 2.4 gigahertz frequency. I don't know if that's good or not. Authentic scale and details. Full function steering. Forward and back on the remote. There's an LED on the remote. We've got sound, and then left and right on the other side of the remote. LED light bar with multiple programming sequences, authentic mouse droid sound effects and alarm. Mouse droids perform simple tasks aboard starships and in military and corporate facilities. They beep to themselves as they perform small repairs, deliver messages and guide visitors. Yes, I think we see one mouse droid basically walking a load of stormtroopers to where they're supposed to go. Occasionally they explode into panicked squeals when confused or frightened. Mouse droids, dead cute basically. Right, so gonna open this box now. I realise there are probably some Star Wars collectors who are like, don't open the box, you'll immediately devalue it, but I'm not a box keeping person. I've got very, very few things kept in boxes and they're usually duplicates, and very, very few of those. So, opening the box. Free piece of cardboard. More of this artwork on here. Inside flap. And inside here. So here is our remote control. Wrapped in tissue paper. I do very much appreciate the non-reliance on plastic. So a screw thing there for the batteries. I don't know if this is, there we go. Let's flick it on. So on switch, that is on. So we've got 2 buttons at the top, which don't do anything at the moment because it's not connected. Forward, back, left and right for the mouse droid. Simple kind of, you know, utilitarian, I guess, Imperial looking, Star Wars looking control unit. There goes Time Machine, Tiberius, my pussycat, jumping into the box. Here are the instructions, telling you how to open the battery compartment underneath and how it comes apart. Yes, remote switch to on, instructions for use, etc, etc. Obviously, I'm a man, we don't read instructions. Until, of course, we end up doing rubbish YouTube reviews and then people go, that was a rubbish YouTube review. You didn't read the instructions. And you're like, yeah, that's fair. Right, so some free polystyrene. Look at that. Premium polystyrene, that is. Premium. Here it is. Here's the mouse droid. It's bloody huge compared to how big I thought mouse droids really were. There's my mouse droid. More free polystyrene. Another free polystyrene chunk in the bottom. That's my cat again, jumping out of the box that he's now fed up with. There it is. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to park that on there. And I am going to put all this free polystyrene back in this box. And I am going to close the box, and I'm not really a box keepy sort of person, but it's a nice box. I'll probably end up just binning the box in like a couple of months or a few weeks when it, like, you know, gets in the way and I'm fed up with it. But we're going to put the box away for now. We're going to put the box inside the box. So there it goes. Lovely air seal, feeling that breeze waft up as I put that in there. Don't need the tissue paper. I'm going to put that back on there, that back there. Yeah, there we go. And I'm going to bring the camera down now, and we're going to have a proper look at this mouse droid. And like I say, it's quite large. So, turn the camera. There's Ty inspecting my mouse droid. Oh, I've lost the camera. There we go. Right. It's big. It's bottom heavy, I'm guessing because all the motors are in there. You can feel a little bit of resistance there when you turn that. And you can feel the resistance on the front motor when you turn it. It is plastic. It's clearly hollow. A bit shaky on there. It's basically in a sort of battleship grey, no, almost a black actually, but there's weathering on here. Now these are clearly modelled on old computer chips. The original model probably just had computer chips glued to it. That's clearly what these are. And they've got a little bit of dry washing, sort of wear and tear on there. A bit of wear on here, wear on the front edges like you would expect. That's what it looks like from the front. I think it's crying out for some googly eyes on there. On the side, different pattern, different kinds of chips, but clearly chips again, and sockets for chips. Different wear pattern, which I appreciate. More wear down here. A little bit on the back. Underneath, we have our main battery compartment with a really stiff door and a switch. A big chunky switch that feels like something from a 1970s toy, appropriately. Here, yes, look, so this, when you adjust it, this adjusts the tracking of the front wheels so that you can basically make sure that they're running straight. Let me just get my penknife out a sec, because this bottom latch here for this battery box is really tight. Okay, it's not a battery box. It's a charging thing. So you get a USB-C cable in here. I thought this would be full of AA batteries, if I'm honest with you. No, it's USB chargeable. So there's a standard USB cable in there. So that's all that does. Gives you access to the USB charging port that's in here, which is nice. I imagine this is the speaker. I could be wrong. Put that back in. That's really quite tight. So yeah, there's the wheels. And look, if you adjust this, you can see the wheels, the tracking of the wheels turning, so that you can make sure this thing's going straight when you want it to go straight. So, I don't think we've got any power. So we're going to need to charge it up. Oh, no, we have got power. We got power. Did you hear that? Let's do that again, shall we? There's the noise. That's it panicking when Chewbacca growls at it and they're running away. Let me turn this upside down. I think that's the speaker there. Yeah. So hopefully, let me put the microphone there. That's the classic sound, that one. Now I believe it does those sounds when it's rolling along as well. Anyway, I think this other button does the lights. So yeah, so now we've got these are like Lego minifig heads. They're not, but they're kind of the right size and shape, but they're not. So we've got rapid red flashing. That's lights off. That's lights on static. That's lights slow flashing. So we got off, on, slow flashing, fast flashing. So 4 settings for the lights. You can see it's got a little bit of suspension to it. Now, it makes a noise when it moves. And when you press left and right. Now obviously it won't go left and right without having some forward motion. Stuck on my rug. So I'm going to turn the camera around and... Sorry, it's busy talking away to itself now. I don't have much room in my living room because I've only got a small house. I'm not complaining. You know, it's less to tidy, right? But let me just see. Which way up is that? So the light goes at the bottom, buttons at the top, right? Oh no. I think it's out of battery. I think that might be all the battery I got. So I'm going to need to charge it up. But ladles and jelly spoons, I've got a freaking mouse droid. Yeah, it's out of battery now. Isn't that lovely? My first full-size Star Wars droid. The MSE-6 Mouse Droid. You'll probably hear this a lot on this channel, but I think this is my new favourite thing. I've got a full-size Star Wars droid, and it's a mouse droid, and it's bloody brilliant. And I need to charge it now. Anyway, yeah, that's enough of me for now, I think. Needless to say, I bought this using part of my annual bonus from work. Most of my bonus went on the house because I've had to have some major works done to the house, but I treated myself with this with a little bit. So my wife will probably have me destroyed when she finds out, but at the moment I don't care because I've got a freaking mouse droid. I have got a freaking mouse droid, and just in case the size wasn't clear, here's my head. I'm a normal size, well, not actually, I'm 6'7", but I'm a normal size head. And here is the size of the MSE-6 Mouse Droid. It's quite big. It's quite big, and I love it. And I've been looking forward to this arriving all day, and it's here now. I just need to charge it so that it can send its important messages to Grand Moff Tarkin or whoever needs to get them. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Total Ramblings. Please join me for the next episode. Don't know what it's going to be. Could be an unboxing. Could be something else random. I don't know. But thanks very much. Please do the usual YouTubey stuff. Like, subscribe, share, etc. Say hello to my mouse droid. Say hello to my little friend. Bye.